I'm so happy you're here. It's so great to have you here. It's a shame because I know you're singing the song and I love that song, but that you couldn't, because it's an office show, do a special song in honor of an office about how, I don't know, the hours, how hard it is, and the bosses don't.
I wish I had time, really, because I've been doing, so many things, and if I'd had time, I would have.
Yeah.
It's like,
just something. I mean, I don't know, just even it just feels like it's so hard to work, and then like the hours are so long. I mean, you should write a song like that.
Like something like working 6 to 9.
Working.
And the boss is like,
don't
whatever.
Like you. Won't let you do stuff.
Yeah, that's true. I wish I had. We are working
8 to 4.
Well, I don't know.
I guess not.
Yeah,
well,
I would need
right,
time.
No, I know. Yeah,
I would
you
need
need time for that.
Yeah.
Here she is now, Ellen DeGeneres.
Welcome to our office show. Today is a show, it's all a tribute, a salute to everybody who works in an office. That's a lot of people. A lot of people work in offices. And if you watch from your office, which I think some people do, they do, and they're not supposed to. They're turning the channel as soon as the boss comes. But if you're watching from an office, you're watching me because I'm working. This is my office, and it's sort of like we're working together, I've realized. And if we did work together, I thought maybe it would look something like this. What you doing? Hey! What you doing? You working? Me too. Another day, another dollar. I don't know why they say that. I don't get that saying at all. I mean, people make more than $1. Hello! I'd change that saying to another day, several more dollars. What? No, not as catchy, no. Well, back to the drawing board. See you later. Hey! I just opened up a Sharpie. I like that smell. Hello! That's a Sharpie smell. Sharpie. Guess what? Can't guess? No. Then I'll tell you. I got called into the head honcho's office yesterday, and I was so nervous. I was like, hello, I'm in the head honcho's office, and he said, it's time for me to give 110%. He tells me 110%. I'm like, yeah, right. Hello! I didn't say it out loud. I need this job because I need to save enough money so I can go backpacking through Singapore. But anyway, well, time to get back to the salt mines. Why do they say that? Who says that unless you work in the salt mine, then you probably go, got to get back to the salt mines. But they don't even, hello, they don't say it. I've procrastinated enough. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Hey, you know what? I'm going to procrastinate later. Get it? I'm going to put off procrastinating. I love words and their meanings. I have two thesauruses. Maybe I'm extra smart, but this job is easier than shooting fish in a barrel, which another thing I've never understood. What kind of saying is that? Wouldn't it be just easier to tip the barrel over and then the fish are flopping around? I mean, hello, high five, too slow. All right. No, I can see you're busy. I'll be back. Okay. I have the weirdest deja vu right now. No, really, I have deja vu. You ever see something and you think you've seen it before? And that's what deja vu is, I think. I don't know. But it feels like this same exact thing has happened. I've looked at you before, yes, and you're looking at me like rolling your eyes just like that. You looked at me like that before. It's weird. You ever feel like you're stuck in a rut? I like talking to you. You're a good listener. I wish they'd play music in here. You think I'd get in trouble if I danced? Man, I like to come to work, though. I enjoy my job. There was too much sugar in the coffee. I needed to... Because I'm working in my office today, I thought it might be fun to put together a PowerPoint presentation for you. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for giving me this opportunity to tell you about The Ellen DeGeneres Show. A name you can trust and a name I can pronounce. You may ask yourselves, you may say, Ellen, what makes The Ellen DeGeneres Show so special? And the answer is simple. How simple is it? Well, we have one host, and that's me, Ellen DeGeneres, easy to remember, hard to forget. And here's my promise to you. My show is reliable. We're here 5 days a week, guaranteed. And don't forget, you have weekends off. They're yours. They're completely all yours, weekends. We don't demand anything but 5 days a week from you. And that's not all we offer here at The Ellen DeGeneres Show. Our show is built on 3 principles, and that is friendliness and unity, but remember, no touching. Or as we like to call it, fun. Let me explain to you how fun works. Step 1, we offer you friendliness in the form of raw comedy material. You take the raw comedy material in, and you see it, and you hear it, and you feel it. Remember, no touching. Step 2, once the raw comedy mixes with your senses, that's when you reach the unity right here. You have, maybe you smile, you chortle, you snicker, you guffaw, or you may even hunk like Nicole Kidman. Touch your senses without touching you. That's our secret. I'll tell you a secret, but here's what happened to Sherry Shepherd when I told her. All right, that's my presentation to you, and I thank you for your time. Oh no. That was not supposed to come up on here. That's my to-do list, and I don't know what that means. I was working late last night, and I think I DP. Oh, that's right, because Dolly Parton is here today. That's why. Dolly Parton. Here. And then, I don't know what the office, so we're doing an office show. Yes, that's right. We started The Office show. Oh, you know why? We have 2 cast members from the hit NBC comedy The Office here. There's Rainn Wilson and John Krasinski is here. That's right. Yeah. That's why The Office is there. we have dancing, of course. I dance every day. I've already danced. I don't know why. Oh, that's why, because from Dancing with the Stars, Stacy, Keibler, and Tony Dovolani are here. That's right. They're here. 35 cents. I don't know. Well, 50 Cent is not here. I know that. Maybe he knows 50 Cent. Oh, you know what that is? I thought it would be fun to invite some people that I used to work with on today's show, because it's the office show, and we found a waitress that I worked with in New Orleans, and a former boss, and also a coworker who claims that I borrowed 35 cents from her, and I never paid her back. Don't think I'm not going to get to the bottom of this controversy. So they're here, and cubicle photos are... Oh, that's what it is. I've been showing you the decorated cubicles, because a lot of people decorate their cubicles. As you know, you've worked with these people that have a lot of time on their hands. And Tuesday, we showed you this cubicle from Patricia Decker in Bradford, Massachusetts. And she decorates for all holidays. And so I made the joke. I said, well, that's obviously St. Patrick's Day. And today, she sent me an email correcting me. And here's her cubicle from St. Patrick's Day. So she's, you know, she always seems to be in that pose. I think she's probably just, I wonder what if she's that enthusiastic in a library. Oh, yeah, she is. Yeah. All right, so here's what I thought that we should do. Since I've never, you know, had this kind of desk job before. Actually, I've had a couple of desk jobs, but this is new to me, so I thought I should have a receptionist for our office show, somebody that would be over there and announce the guests and things like that. So we called a temp agency, and we hired a temp, and she's upstairs working, and she has no idea that she's going to be my assistant right now. So I think we called her down to bring Mary, our executive producer, a package. And is she down yet?
She's on her way. She should be here.
Okay, she's walking, and she's going to walk in, and she has no idea what she's in for. It's Tania Mendoza is her name. And hi, Tania. Hi, you're bringing this to Mary? That's over here. Mary's the executive producer.
Hi.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tania.
That was great. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
All right.
Glad you're here.
Hi, I'm Ellen. Hi. Nice to meet you. Hi. So, how's it going, Tania?
It's going okay.
Yeah? Is it all right? Good. We're doing an office show today, and I need someone to help me out with a few things, okay?
Okay.
Really, there's not a lot to do. When I ask you who my first appointment is, you're gonna, you know, let me know, and that's
Okay.
all you have to do, just the first one until I ask you the second one, and
Okay.
it's pretty easy. There's not gonna be a lot of work going on. And when I call you, it'll be through here. When you need to call me, you just call me through there, okay?
Okay.
And then, all right? All right, and if you need anything at all, and this, I might need you to help me with some things, but right now, this is all you have to do, okay?
Okay. No
All
problem.
right, great. So just make yourself at home, and, thank you. All right. Great. Tania?
Yes.
Yes, Helen. Tania, just in case we're going to need anything, will you sharpen some pencils for me there on the desk? Tania,
Yes.
try to keep it down. I'm doing a show. All right, when we come back, I have an interview with Dolly Parton. Don't go away. I understand your name is not Tania?
Yes.
What is your name?
Tanya.
Thank you, Tanya. Tanya, who is my first appointment?
Your first appointment is Dolly Parton.
So she's a singer, which is good. I like singing on the show. She's done some acting. Will only work 9 to 5. Send her in. Dolly Parton, please. Hello.
Ellen.
That's the kind of song I was talking about in the dressing room that you should write.
Oh, well, yeah. I
Yeah.
just didn't have time to write a new one.
No.
You'll just have to stick with that old one, I
No.
guess.
And how many songs have you written now? We talked about this last time.
Oh, heavens, thousands.
Thousands of songs.
Yeah.
It's incredible. I'm still in awe of that number, thousands of songs.
Well, I've written probably 3,000 songs, but probably 3 good ones.
No.
If I'm lucky, but actually, I do write. I've been writing since I was a kid.
I Will Always Love You.
Yeah.
Wrote that one.
I love you too.
Yeah, and yes. Yeah. How many
Always
people?
have, always will.
You're sweet. And 9 to 5, this is insane, because we were talking about this today. Has it been 26 years since that film has been?
It's amazing. Is that
26 years.
Dabney. You know, that was amazing. That was the very first movie that I ever did. I'd never even seen a movie made at the time. But that is coming out now. We did a DVD. In fact, they're going to do a whole big number at the end of this month with the red carpet and all to come out with that. And all the original stars are going to be
That's
back.
amazing. And it was your first film.
It was.
How lucky are you that was your first film?
I know. I was lucky in the fact that Lily and Jane were very hot at the time, and I thought, well, what can I lose? You know,
Yeah.
it's like if it's a big hit, you know, I'll take credit for it, and if it's a flop, I'll blame them.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. That's the way to do it.
No, I was in good company, and
Yeah.
they helped me a lot.
And I look at this 26 years, and you're not afraid to say, you just celebrated a birthday, right?
Yeah.
How old?
I turned 40.
Nah.
Well, I did one time, about 20 years ago.
Uh-huh.
I turned 40, but actually I turned 60 on
60
January
years
19th.
old. January what?
But I don't feel any different.
January what?
January 19th.
Mine's 26.
Oh, is
January,
it?
yeah.
Yeah, but you're not 60.
Yeah, no, I'm not yet. I will. But you look so good.
Well, thank you.
And so what is your secret to looking good?
Doctors, good doctors, good cosmetics. Somebody asked me what I did on my birthday. I actually was out here. They said, what were you doing? I said, well, I was getting Botox and collagen and some estimates on some future surgery. But, but to be honest, I've made the most of all the numbers in my years, and I'll just hopefully try to be the best at whatever age I am. I'll try to be the best 60, 65, 70.
It's all right here anyway. It's really
Well,
your attitude and how you act and how you feel,
so,
I
too.
think.
Well,
But now, do you work out or do you just count completely on surgery? Can you just not work out at all and just, I mean, that would be
I don't have that much surgery, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty lazy physically. I like to work my brain,
Uh-huh.
but I don't.
No,
you
I know that.
Yeah, I'm pretty much, I pump cotton, let's put it that way. I'm not going to do anything really heavy.
Yeah.
But I can keep it moving.
Yeah,
I've got some motion there.
There is some motion there. So let's talk about your Oscar-nominated song for the movie Transamerica, which I thought was an amazing. Felicity Huffman was incredible in it.
She was.
And the song is beautiful. And now, did you worry at all? Were you concerned about the subject matter of Transamerica to get involved with that?
No, I really, Duncan Tucker, who wrote and directed the film, and I thought he handled it so well, and he had been a fan of mine and asked me to write a song. And so he sent me the movie, and I found it very touching. I thought Felicity did a great job.
Amazing.
She went from desperate housewife to desperate house husband, didn't she?
Yeah.
But she really handled it really well. But I'm just glad I got to write the song.
Yeah.
It's such a wonderful piece, and so I'm nominated for an Oscar, and I'm excited.
And you're
about it.
singing it for us later.
Yeah.
All right. Dolly will be back to sing that song a little bit later, and we'll be back with some former coworkers right after this. Don't go away. Tanzania? Who are my next guests, please?
We have Rainn Wilson and John Krasinski.
Rainn Wilson and John Krasinski. They have a lot of experience in a show called The Office. Well, that's clever. And they even brought a clip. Let's take a look at the clip. Please send in Rainn Wilson and John Krasinski.
That is the loudest 10 people ever.
Yeah, no, there's more than 10. No, there's definitely more. Don't count them now, but there's definitely more than 10. You're both very funny. I'm a fan of both of you, and thanks for being on our office show, because you're on The Office show.
We are indeed.
Isn't that clever that we would have you on such a show?
Yeah, what's the connection?
Because you are
Got
on a
it.
show. Yes, yeah. And you must be getting a lot of recognition, both of you. John? Pretty much people just going nuts when they see you on the street?
Actually, people have been pretty mellow, pretty nice. Just like, hey, love the show. And then they do whatever they were doing before. Except one time I was actually out with some friends, and this girl came up to me, and she was like, aren't you on The Office? And I said, yeah. She goes, well, my friend Sarah really loves the show. And I said, oh, okay. And she's like, this is Sarah. So I was like, hey, Sarah, how are you? And as I'm talking to her, the girl who was talking to me before just like pats my face and puts her fingers in my mouth. And I was kind of like, hey, Sarah, okay. I don't know how that was appropriate, but I love thinking about how she tells that story. Like, people are like, you saw the guy from The Office last night? She's like, yep. Totally put my fingers in his mouth. Yeah, you know. That's how people do it now, I guess.
Yeah, that's how that
You've
is.
had it done.
Yeah, oh, sure. Yeah, everybody gets fingers in their mouth like that. Please. No, don't. And you've had a lot of office jobs or odd jobs.
Well, I wasn't always the bundle of raw, sexual, successful energy you see
What?
before you. Once I was a traffic counter for a graduate study program at the University of Washington, and I sat on a freeway bridge and counted the numbers of cars going down the carpool lane for days and days and days.
That sounds like a job you could cheat at. You don't really have to be accurate.
And that's what we did.
And John, so you actually, and you started as an intern at Conan O'Brien?
Conan O'Brien, yeah.
What was that like?
Rough.
Yeah.
He was evil.
No.
No. Conan is quite possibly the nicest guy, but I'd basically stand backstage and go over his monologue jokes with him, and he'd run through them with me, and I'd laugh very, very hard. And it was so exciting. And I saw Mr. T one, and that was like the greatest thing ever.
Oh, man.
And he got so nervous, and he was like, what do I do? What do I do? And I was like, just be yourself, man. I don't even know where to go with that, but he took it, and he was like, thanks. And then he was wearing the towel like he always wears, and he got like all psyched up, and then he grabs the towel, he's like, all right, man, wish me luck. He throws the towel, and it hit me in the face, and it was like really sweaty, and I was like, this is gross.
Yeah.
This is like the grossest thing ever.
You kept the towel, though, didn't you?
Have it. Yeah.
Good luck with the show. The show is really, really funny. It's
Thanks.
doing really well.
Thank
so
you so much.
congratulations.
Thanks.
And
Thanks.
you don't have to get up yet, but anyway, thank you so much.
Don't worry about it.
And
Rainn, no.
What is it?
We
Sorry,
wanted
he wants to dance.
We really wanted. We missed the dancing. Wanted
It's okay.
to do the dancing.
Oh, y'all both want to dance?
A little bit.
Well, we don't really have a lot of time, but all right, if you both really want to.
We want to have a dance off.
All right, well, y'all go ahead.
Hit it, Tommy!
Tanya,
Yes, Helen.
hold my calls unless my mama calls.
Yes.
Oh, and who else is here for me?
Mary Devon. And Laurie Ford.
You didn't have it down on the next one. What was it?
Mary Devon.
And?
And Laurie Forey.
Thank you. Mary DeBen and Laurie Foray. Mary worked with, well, she didn't work with me. She was in the same building 20 years ago. Says I owe her 35 cents. Laurie worked with me as a waitress at Willie G's in New Orleans. All right. Send them in, please. Thank you. And Mary?
Yes.
Mary, so 20 years ago, and I owed you 35 cents?
I've been waiting for 20 years for this day, yes.
Tell me exactly how this worked. We didn't even work together. We worked in the same building?
In the same building. We had a mutual friend, Liz.
Lennox?
Hello, Liz. Yes, Lennox. And you went up to borrow 35 cents from her for bus fare because you had no money. You popped your head over the cubicle wall and...
No, I had no money. She's telling the
money.
truth.
Popped your head over the cubicle wall and asked if you could borrow money from me then. 35 cents. Liz wasn't there. And...
Poor me.
I know. So I gave you the quarter and 2 nickels, and that's the last I saw of you, and the 35 cents.
Wow.
True. True
That's
story.
horrible. You'd think that I would pay you back. And bus fare, and I think I took like 2 or 3 buses at the time to get to work. So that was a lot of transfers, too.
Absolutely.
All right. It's only fair that I repay you 35 cents. I've figured it up. And with 9% interest, I owe you $2.14. And there we have a check for you.
Thank you very much.
Right there.
Appreciate that.
All right. Oh, so we got that too. All right, Lori, and we worked together at, of course, I remember Willie G's.
Yes.
And we were waiting tables.
Yes.
Were you a waitress too? Because I started as a hostess, I think.
We were both waitresses at the time.
Now,
Yes.
and somebody told me, and this can't be true, I can't imagine this, but while we were waiting tables, the bartender would serve us drinks.
He slipped us a couple drinks, and we were actually very friendly because of that. And we actually made the most money, and no one could understand why we made so much.
Because we were drunk while we were
We were
serving?
a little tipsy.
Yeah.
But I was legal, and I don't know if you were or not.
No,
though.
I was not. I was like 16 or 17. I can't imagine that there's anything safer than carrying hot soup while you're drunk to a... There's your soup, ma'am. All right, well, yeah, that to me is surprising that I would be anything like that. But I'm going to have to trust you if you say that it was true. All right, well, thank y'all for being here. I appreciate you. And we have gifts for you. We have Marc Jacobs gift bags. Here they are. You're welcome. All right, we'll be right back after this. Don't go away. Okay, please send in Stacy Keibler and Tony Dovolani, please. That's about it, all you can do. What, you were supposed to perform on the show today.
I know,
and
I'm so bummed.
what did you do? What's wrong?
Well, I rolled over on my ankle, and I've been seeing a doctor, and he said to just stay off of it as
What do you
much
mean you
as
rolled
I can.
over, like while you were sleeping or while you were dancing? What do you mean you rolled over?
When I was dancing.
You rolled over on your ankle?
I rolled over on my
when you
ankle.
were rehearsing?
When I was rehearsing, yes.
And what is it? A sprain or?
It's the back of my ankle and the bottom of my foot. And the bone, I actually twisted my bone over or something, so the doctor's been adjusting it, trying to get it back in place, and I'll be good.
But you're supposed to dance tonight.
And I will.
It's back in place, but it's just, not to take a big
It's
risk,
just sore, so he said to keep off of it as much as I can so that tonight I'm ready to go.
All right. Well, Tony, if you need, I can fill in.
Please do.
I would love
to
that.
I can do that. Now, and Drew Lachey was here, and he's saying that you're the toughest competition for him. How do you feel about that?
Well, now it's down to me and Jerry and Drew, and I feel that last week, Jerry had the lowest score on the show, but because of the fans voting, he stayed on. So that's why it's so important for the fans to vote. But so he's my competition when it comes to the fans, and Drew is more my competition when it comes to the dancing. So I've got both of them to watch out for.
All right, Dancing with the Stars airs tonight at 8 o'clock on ABC. When we come back, we're going to meet my old boss. Don't go away. Trixie?
Yes, Ellen.
Who's my next appointment, please?
Gary Elkins is here.
Claims he was a boss at a law firm I worked in New Orleans. Send in Gary Elkins, please.
That's good.
No,
I'd
that's
be embarrassed if you didn't.
Well, no, but I worked a lot of places and worked with a lot of people, and I have a bad memory, but I do remember you at Barham and Churchill.
That's right.
Yeah, and how was
20 years ago.
20, how long?
26.
26 years ago?
Yeah.
When 9 to 5 was out.
That's right.
What a weird thing that is. So, and I was a court runner. That's what my job title was, right?
Right.
And was I good? Do you remember?
At some things.
Uh-huh. What was I good at?
You brought me coffee in the morning, and that's a great memory.
I remember that.
You worked in the mailroom. You did a good job there. Copy projects, filing at the court.
Was I funny then, or because I don't, was I starting to do stand-up?
You were quite verbal. Different people, you know, in a law firm, there are all sorts of different personalities, and there were some stuffed shirts and some people that were rather laid back, and some people thought you had a quick wit. Others thought you had a smart mouth.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about a smart mouth, but quick wit, right?
I'd vote for that.
Yeah, because I wouldn't be disrespectful to anybody.
No.
It's just that I probably had something to say.
Felt free to make observations.
That's right. Look where it got me. And so, and this is amazing to me that you actually, I asked you to perform at the Christmas party?
The last Christmas party before you came to the West Coast to seek your fortune. And it was uncharacteristic because you were a little reticent. You knew that I was in charge of the Christmas party, and it was in the French Quarter, and you came and asked if you could perform your monologue for the law firm. And you did.
And how'd that go over?
Mixed reviews. Judge Barham scratched his head and turned to Ralph Hubbard and said, "Did you think that was funny?" But you did your monologue, your telephone call to God, which
turned out to be okay.
Turned out to be
I
great.
did the phone call to God for so long before anyone ever liked it. I mean, no, it would be silent during that phone call to God until I did Johnny Carson, and then once he liked it, I bet Judge Barham liked it then.
I think it grew on him. But we've got a spot at the Christmas party this year if you'd like to come back.
You'll let me perform again?
Absolutely.
All right. I'll work on some. I'll do the same material and see how it goes over.
Good.
All right. All right. Well, thanks so much for being here, and I appreciate you letting me perform at the Christmas party because I probably owe everything to you.
Me and Johnny Carson.
Yeah.
Great seeing you.
I want to thank my guests, Dolly Parton, Rainn Wilson, John Krasinski, Stacy Keibler, Tony Dovolani, and my old coworkers, Tanya, the receptionist. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.